You see him? Where is he?
Like you see those first people over there?
Yeah. Yeah. Right there, huh? I see them. I see. Shout out to the guys that take care of the rink. They do an excellent job here at Fred Barrett. Morning, folks. Getting ready to start the warm-up here. Must-win game for the Leitrim Hawks. Leitrim Hawks versus Perth. Perth probably 0-3 in the tournament. So Leitrim Hawks have a game ahead of them that they must win to head into the finals this afternoon at 3:15 p.m. We're starting a little bit late today, and I hope that the cellular signal holds up because the Wi-Fi is not working. Seems every tournament it's that way. We're going to try a little different angle today for you guys as well. And there you have it, the Leitrim Hawks. Led by Tristan Garby today, who's going to be our starting goalie. He likes to be called Tito. Shout out Josie and Blake at home. And if you can see the most nervous man in the rink today, Jeff Garby, make sure you give him an elbow. Perth is ready to play. I hope the Hawks are also ready. Caleb Blake has got a new stick after yesterday's unlucky mishap. Thank you, Pro Life Hockey, for having a 30-day guarantee. The boys also had an all-star game last night, and apparently there was some ruckus before the all-star game. What's that, Bruce? That's the warm-up. That's what they do. See, they line up half here and half there. So we're trying a different angle today. I'm hoping to capture more of the ice. It's going to be far on the other side. There's nothing I can do about that, but hopefully I can commentate and give you the play-by-play and hopefully show you a little bit more of the ice today. Looks like we have a call-up or somebody that forgot his shirt. Check on the call up. I will be back. Chloe, Danny's gonna be back. If anybody knows who the call-up is or who number 12 is or who forgot his shirt, please let me know in the chat. I'd love to get the name right. All right, Blake on the ice. Well, whoever the call-up is, 12, might be Parker. Blake and Parker? Maybe Parker forgot his shirt? We're trying some new things on D. We got Goff, we got Rosso, Blake and Parker. Mulligan. Different line, I think. We got Mulligan and Rosso. All right, they're throwing it down. Rosso on the chase. We got a good angle on this side. Rosso on the chase in the corner. We got Goff with it now. Mulligan picks it up. Mulligan with a shot save by Perth. Perth with an outlet pass that misses. Mulligan is there to stop it. Blake on D on this side. It's Doxy. Oh, I thought Doxy had a glass cage. Not a glass, but a visor. Maybe we have two players. I'll have a look. Mulligan with it now. Mulligan back to the corner to Rosso. Rosso with it. Perth with an outlet pass. McRoberts. McRoberts to, I think it's Parker, but I'll have a look again. Rosso's chasing after it. Bouncing puck comes back to Blake. Blake handles it. New stick this morning. Puts it up the boards nicely to McRoberts. McRoberts on a break. Tries to deke around him. McRoberts fighting for it. Puck's behind the net now. Behind the net, they swing it around the boards. Dangerous pass cross ice for Perth. Perth on the attack. Hendricks Hill with a good back check. Puck's gonna swing all the way around. No, that's Parker on the ice, so maybe that is Doxy. All right. So Doxy's playing with Blake. Colson puts it up the boards. Colson in the corner. Colson behind the net now. Colson turns around, passes it up to Pereira. Pereira picks it up, goes to the center. Hill has it now on the fly. Hill's going to use the Jets. Go Hill, right around him. Hill gets caught up with the Perth Lanark. Maybe a wing. Myers on it now. And Perth with an icing. It's going to be called down. Guess it is Doxy. Good to have Jack on the team this morning. Thanks for showing up. Perth swinging it around. Kadura is going to pick it up here on the boards. Kadura holds on to it. Kadura behind the net. Kadura looking for a pass in front. Cards in front. So is Meyer. Kadura keeps it. He's going to swing around. Kadura tries to put it in. Kadura almost snuck that in. Sebroy forechecking. Sebroy puts it behind the net. Meyer's going to go grab that. Card is there as well. Card gets stick checked. Card still. Card's got Kadura in front of the net. Ooh, that is close. Card blocks the clearing. Meyer picks it up. Meyer cuts towards the center, gets cut off. Giles gets caught at the blue line. Seberoy's going to cover. Seberoy gets there first, but he gets stick checked. Giles cuts that pass off. Hashtag Adam. I can't hear you from here, Adam. Giles. Nice play for the dump in. Kadura in the corner. Perth has the red line. Giles with Blake on D. Giles pushes forward, stops the attack. Meyer with open ice here. Turn on the Jets, Meyer. Almost. Kadura still. Kadura cuts off that pass, steals it. 1-on-4. Kadura tries to go wide, but Lanark was on him. Ooh. Pass up to Kadura now. Kadura's going to go towards the boards, and he's going to dump it in and go for a line change. So is Meyer. Goff on the ice now. Puck's going to swing all the way around to Doxy. Doxy has it. He's going to put that down low. Rosso pinching. Rosso stops him at the blue line, pushes it forward to Goff. Goff with a little pass that almost makes it to Mulligan. Blake at the blue line. Mulligan, battle for the puck. Mulligan with a good stick check. Bouncing puck goes to the corner. Blake's on it. Blake with a poke check. Blake with it. Blake falls. Battle for Doxy in front of the net. Loose puck in front of the net. Tristan tries to jump on it. Still there. Puck comes out. Puck goes to the D. They throw it back into the corner. Blake is there. It's going to swing all the way around to Doxy. Doxy. Goff trying to push it forward. Puck's going to come all the way back to the corner. Doxy looking for somebody to pass to. He's got Mulligan, but he's pretty far up. Puck's going to go on the boards, and that might be icing. They might wave it off. It's going to be icing. Too bad. All right, good shift for the Hawks. It's getting loud here. Some of the kids are warming up. Looks like 5 minutes left in the first period. Pereira gets stick check on the boards, comes back to McRoberts. McRoberts into the skates of Pereira. Loose puck in front of the net, stick check by McRoberts, and they're on the way. McRoberts, Hill picks it up. Hill puts it on the boards, but doesn't quite get there. Perth dumps it back in. Parker's going to be behind the net. Colson's going to grab it now. Colson's going to swing it around to Pereira. Pereira almost gets it to McRoberts. And Colson's going to ice it, and we're going to have another icing. Oh, I see Adam. He's over there. Hasn't had much to complain about yet. We'll see. There he is. Now I hear him. He's with the Go Hawks chant. McRoberts with the face-off. In the corner. McRoberts brings it out of the zone. On the boards. He likes to do that move. Hill's going to pick it up. We got a 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Hill and McRoberts. Pucks towards the net. And that is a save by the Wings. Fresh legs, Card, Kadura, Meyer, Roy, and Giles on D. Meyer with the face-off. Kadura chasing after it on the boards. Roy at the blue line, standing tall. Kadura comes out with it. Meyer waiting. Meyer's going to take the zone, cut towards the center. Lined up. Kadura on the outside. Kadura gets a shot off. It's going to bounce off to Card. Giles with the pinch. Good job, Giles. Meyer back checking. Kadura back checking. Roy on D. Roy with a good poke and a nice pass up the boards. Up the center, I should say. Card. 3-on-1. Card with Meyer. Go, Card. Card gets a shot. It's a goal. That's one. Yes. What a goal by Card. Or was that Card or was that Meyer? That was Card, yeah. Nice goal, buddy. Card with a clutch goal. Colton. 2 deeks and a shot in the corner. Shoot on net, players. Goff at the blue line. Gets it in the zone. Mulligan now. Mulligan gets a backhand off. Second attempt. Mulligan. That's a goal. Beautiful, Mulligan. A nice high flyer. Shoot on net. Mulligan's pumped. That's 2. Let's go Hawks from Don. Let's go. Doxy, Rosso to Goff. Goff tries to get it up the boards, goes back. Behind the net. Doxy now. Doxy behind the net. Flings it up the boards to Mulligan. Perth has it at the blue line, and they're going to throw it back into the opposing corner. Doxy to Goff. In the legs. Didn't work. Perth with a nice pass at the blue line. Blake getting his man. Get in front of him. Rosso's going to pick it up and turn on the Jets. No, Rosso's going to pass it off to Goff. Goff's looking back. Gets it to Mulligan. Mulligan. Perth is there. First Mulligan hugging the boards nicely. It's going to come back to Doxy. Doxy's looking at Goff and Rosso. Goff at the blue line. Nice hands. Delayed offside. Goff is going to ice that. Perth behind the net with it. Perth with a dangerous move back to the center. Pass all the way to Colson. Colson's going to look at it, decide what to do. Puck bounces out to McRoberts. McRoberts with Hill. 2-on-3. Big shot by McRoberts, saved by the wings. Face off McRoberts. Pereira fighting for it. Jackie Card watching from Northport, Florida. Great goal, Colton. Yes, it was. Got the whole team going. Pereira with the steal. Pereira with a nice pass to Hill. Hill's going to turn on the Jets here, but there is a good back checker on the Perth side. Hill loses control. Perth on the attack. V. Parker on that side. Perth with a nice deke. Colson's there to cover. A couple body checks and Colson on the ground. Nice poke check by Pereira. Hill's going to chase after it. No call there. That's good. Go Pereira. Pereira, you got an opportunity here. Hill's going to go for a line change. Parker's going to throw that in the zone. Meyer's going to chase. Meyer. Slap shot by Perth to get it out. Giles picks it up. Giles passes it to the front. Kadura, turn around, shoots. It goes wide. Perth on the attack. They're going. They cut towards the center nicely, but Meyer with a good back check. Meyer is going to turn on the Jets. Card is calling for it. Meyer is going to go to the outside. It's going to cut to the center. Still has it. Nope, just loses it. Kadura, Roy, both on. Kadura cuts towards the center. Kadura gets a big shot off. Oh, it got blocked by a stick. Second shot. Meyer with a backhand. Behind the net now. Behind the net, Card almost gets tripped. No call. Card with a pass that gets deflected. Second attempt goes all the way to the D. Roy gets a shot off. Kadura from the knees. And Perth is going to have a nice outlet pass. Time to back check, boys. Giles cuts that one off, says no thank you. And Meyer right back at it. Up and down game today. Meyer's going to cut to the center. Meyer to the outside. Meyer now. Meyer decides to turn it. Pass. Goes to Kadura. Kadura goal. Wow. Wow, this line is on fire. Nice goal, Kadura. He was also our player spotlight today. And that's 3. This afternoon, 3:15. If they win, 3:15 this afternoon for the finals versus Nepean. I think Nepean beat us 4-2. So it's going to be a big game this afternoon if we come out with a W here. Perth has the blue line. Blake. Meyer's going to hold on to it. Meyer towards the center. Meyer tries to cut through three. Didn't work. It's going to come all the way back to Blake. Blake's got Doxy on the other side. He's looking at him. I don't know if he's going to pass to him. Fans on the pass. Perth picks it up. Saved by the bell. Jeez. Rosso with the face-off. Rosso Mulligan. Looks like Goff. Blake with it. Blake up the boards hard to Mulligan. Mulligan now. Mulligan puts it up hard again. Rosso's going to tip it forward, go after it with a stick check. Rosso. He's going to get 2 for boarding. Nah, chintzy call. Rosso with the deuce. It's going to go in the box. 2 minutes. It's okay. When he gets a penalty, he usually gets a goal. So stay tuned. Mulligan with the face-off. Jared Goff on the wing. Perth with a shot. Blocked by Blake. Blake gets it out. Mulligan with a slap shot. Blake stops him dead. Attaboy, Blake. Mulligan gets it out of the zone. Mulligan with a good back check. Comes back to Doxy. Doxy with a good icing. Attaboy, Doxy. Doxy's going for a line change. So is Blake. Fresh legs. Good shift by the D pairing. They're going to fire that all the way up. Colson on the ice now. Don't forget our poker fundraiser on November 29th at the Colsons. Bring your money. It's for a good cause. Parker ices it. Line change Mulligan. McRoberts and Hill on the ice. Half the punchline. They're going to ice that all the way to Colson. Colson's going to tip that. McRoberts now. McRoberts with an icing. Perth comes out with it with a nice pass to the red line. 1-on-2 V. Parker and Colson. He cuts the D. Top corner. Ouch. Nice goal by the wings. That's how quickly goals can happen. 3-1, Chloe, or 4-1? 3-1? 3? Shout out to Chloe, scorekeeper extraordinaire. Back to 5-on-5. McRoberts, Hill now. Perth has it. Roy playing some good D. Perth still. Roy puts it in the corner. Giles now. Giles passes it up to Pereira with time. 3-on-2. He goes cross ice to Hill. Almost hit him. Perth with some dekes at the blue line. No offside. Look at that. He just pulls it back. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Pereira on the forecheck. He's got Hill with him. 2-on-2. Tries to go to Hill, but Hill wasn't there yet. Hill in the corner. McRoberts in the front. McRoberts almost tipped that. That was Pereira. Almost tipped that. Meyer on now. Puck comes back to Roy. Let's see that shot, Roy. Roy, big shot. Deflection. Second attempt. That's a goal. Meyer and Roy. Tito getting some FaceTime. Let's go, Tito. Meyer at the face-off. Giles, Roy on D. Card, Kadura. Kadura with it. Kadura in the zone. Nice deke. He's alone with the goalie. Shot gets blocked. Meyer. Perth gets stopped at the blue line. There's a battle on the boards there. It's a bit rough. Meyer comes out with it. Meyer comes towards the center, pushes it. Roy gets it to Kadura. Kadura can't get a shot off. Puck's at the hash marks. Perth tries to clear it. Comes back to Giles. Giles gets a shot off. One of these days they're going to go in. Meyer with it. Meyer goes to the front of the net. Kadura gets a shot. Saved by Perth. That was close. Now it's 4-1. They're on top of it. That's good. Yeah, Daddy can't see the score from here. Blake and Doxy on the ice now. Blake at the blue line. Mulligan is there. Perth with a nice bouncing pass that gets him in the zone. Perth towards the center. Blake puts it in the corner. Doxy on it. Doxy tries to get it to Rosso, but Perth has it. Mulligan's going to cut that pass. Mulligan tries to get it out. It's just enough to get out of the zone. Puck's going to go all the way to Tito. Tito's going to cover it. We're going to get a whistle. Face-off wings. Rosso, big face-off. Rosso wings it back to the front of the net. Doxy behind the net. Doxy up the boards to Mulligan. Mulligan passes it nicely to Rosso. Turn on the Jets, Rosso. Oh, too bad. Rosso fell. Oh, he had him. Rosso still bounces out to Goff. Doxy on this side. Doxy keeps it in. Goff lets it go for Mulligan. Back to Doxy. Doxy gets a good shot off. It's a floater. Saved by Perth. Punchline. Colson and Parker on D. Pass to the front of the net. Hill almost had that. Pereira in the corner. Pereira puts it up to McRoberts. McRoberts behind the net. Parker keeps it in. Nice pass from Hill to McRoberts. McRoberts trying to stick check the wing. He comes out with it. Back to Hill. Back to the front of the net. Loose puck. Pereira gets a big shot off, and that's in. 5-1 Pereira. The punch line hits again. McRoberts with the face-off. McRoberts. Perth gets a big shot off. It goes wide. Parker working hard in the corner. So is McRoberts. Hill comes out with it. Hill's got Pereira. Race for the puck. Pereira gets there first, tries to slap at it. Puck's behind the net to Hill. Hill tries to get it to the front of the net. Nobody there. Meyer on the ice now. Meyer with a good back check. Meyer's going to pick that up. Meyer's going to skate with it. Meyer, turn on the Jets, Meyer. Meyer getting a nice pass off the Hill, but it gets blocked by Perth. Perth, he's going to dump it. Puck's going to be behind the net. Colson's going to get there. Colson whacks at it. Meyer picks it up. Meyer. Perth behind the net. Perth with a slap shot, saved by Tito. Cleared by Parker. Hill now might have an opportunity. Picked up by Pereira. Pereira's going wide. Pereira gets a good shot off, but it goes wide. Meyer's going to chase after it. Meyer stops it on the boards. Gets bumped a little. Kadura chasing after it. It's going to come all the way back. That's going to be icing. 4 minutes left, second period. Hey?
Minutes 10.
4 minutes, 10? Okay, 4 minutes, 10. Meyer face off. Giles and Roy on D. Perth race for the puck. Giles with a good back check. Giles gets there first, no problem. Gets his stick tangled. Giles gets it up to Card, trying to get it to Meyer. Gets it all the way up to Kadura. Kadura with Meyer. Nice saucer pass. Almost makes it to Meyer. That was the move. And they're going to ice it, and I think that's going to be icing. Meyer at the face-off. Meyer still behind the net. Meyer's going to chase. Perth with a pass through the middle. Very dangerous. Giles going to pick that up. Giles tries to put it down low, but he fans on the shot. Comes back to Meyer. Meyer on one knee. Perth with it. Perth take it into the zone. Cleared by Giles. Nice deke by Perth. Perth gets a shot off, blocked by Meyer. Held up by Card. Giles with some good stick work. Gets it up to Kadura. Kadura's trying to go on the boards. Perth has it now. Giles working hard. Comes back to Kadura, but Perth still. Roy smacks it. Kadura gets held up by a wing. Meyer puts him down. And Kadura's on the attack. Kadura's got the blue line. Kadura on the outside. Kadura, delayed penalty for Perth. Kadura looking at Doxy, finds Doxy. Doxy gets a shot off, blocked by Perth. Roy still. They don't have possession. Roy keeps it in, puts it down low to Kadura. Kadura behind the net. Kadura passes it to Card. Card tries to get a shot off. They still don't have possession. Meyer's got it. Meyer's going to swing it around, and that's going to do it. And they're going to get a whistle for the power play. 2 minutes for Perth for slashing. Rosso with the face-off. Blake and Doxy. Blake looking for his first goal. Mulligan. Must be Rosso at center. Mulligan, Rosso, and Card. Rosso with the face-off. Puck's in the corner. Bounces back to Blake. Blake tries to keep it in. Blake tries to get it to the net, but got deflected. Shot by Card. Rebound. Ooh, just missed by Rosso. Puck's going to come all the way back to Doxy. Doxy puts it back down low to Pereira. So it's Pereira, Rosso, Mulligan. Puck's coming back to the blue line. Caleb Blake. Caleb Blake chasing after it. Look for somebody to pass to. Caleb Blake on the boards. Just a bit hard. And it's come all the way back behind the net, but to the corner. Doxy's going to pick that up because it swung all the way around. Nice up pass to Rosso. Rosso's got the Jets on a breakaway. Rosso. Puck got in front of him. Rosso behind the net. Rosso. It's Mulligan. Puck's at Mulligan. Comes back to Blake. It's on the outside. Doxy. Doxy deciding what to do. Throws it on the net. Delayed offside. Mulligan chasing. And Perth with a really good... Doxy now. Doxy puts it up the boards to Rosso, but Hill is there as well, just coming off the bench. Hill's going to pick that up, bring it into the zone. Hill. Blake's going to go for a line change. Colson on. Colson stops him at the blue line. Bit of action going on. No, Rosso's going for a line change. Hill in the corner. Hill to Parker. Parker back to Hill. McRoberts to the front of the net to Kadura. That was very close. Kadura picks it up. Kadura with a nice deke, second deke. McRoberts. McRoberts gets a shot off. Loose puck in front of the net. Parker. Parker at the hash marks. McRoberts is going to pick that up and bring it. McRoberts has Hill on the left side, but the pass is in front of him. It's going to be icing. 10 seconds left. No, they're going to wave off icing. 10 seconds left in the period. Colson stops that. And then decks the kid. Yeah, they play full games now. Meyer with the face-off. Start of the third period. Score is 5-1, I believe. Meyer on the puck. Roy. Giles on D. Meyer comes out with it. Puck goes all the way back to Tito. Tito tips it to Roy. Roy goes towards the middle. Roy, but he's got speed. Come on, Roy. Roy pushes us up to Mulligan. Mulligan chasing it down. Perth makes a pass up the boards. Giles is going to pinch, and Meyer's going to cover. Meyer with it. Meyer's going to go wide. Meyer cut towards the center. Meyer still. Meyer's going to get a big shot off. Blocker saved by Perth. Giles with it. Giles with Meyer in front of the net. Giles gets it to the front. Meyer almost. Perth is going to break it out. They're going to go on the boards. Might be a little bit too far. It's going to be icing. Rosso, Hill, and Goff. Rosso with the face-off. Perth comes out with it. Hill back checking. Blake and Doxy on D. That's Doxy on that side. Hill with a really good back check. Hill is going to go on the boards. Maybe he'll do it again. Hill to the center, right to Rosso. Rosso back to Hill. Hill back to Rosso. Gets caught. Perth on the attack. Doxy on that side. Blake on the other. Good back check by Goff. Hill to Goff. Puck behind the net. Blake picks it up. Blake now. Blake with a nice outlet pass, but it goes a little bit too far. Kadura cuts off a pass. Transition the other way. He's got Rosso in front of the net. Kadura still. Kadura with a second D. Kadura. That was a beautiful pass attempt to Rosso, but Rosso got checked. Blake and Doxy still on. Perth on the attack. Perth going wide. Puck's going behind the net to Blake. Blake now. Blake pushes it forward to Kadura. Kadura pushes it to Rosso. Rosso, turn on the Jets, buddy. Rosso got tripped, no call. Colson, Parker, Perth gets a shot off. It goes to the corner. Kadura trying to stick check him. Parker trying to get it up to Kadura. Line change for Rosso. Kadura still on it. Kadura with McRoberts. Flicks it up. McRoberts almost had that. Perth passes it up the boards, but it goes all the way to Colson. Colson with it at the hash marks. D to D pass in front of the net. McRoberts now. Perth with a shot off. Loose puck. Cleared by Pereira. Hill's chasing after it. Hill almost had that one. Perth with a pass at the blue line. Offside. McRoberts and the punchline. McRoberts comes away with it. McRoberts decides to go to the center, gets caught by a wing. Hill chasing after it. Perth gets there first and pushes it to the blue line. They've got the blue line against Giles. They get a shot off, saved by Tito. Puck's behind the net. Roy gets tripped. That's going to be 2 minutes. Pereira getting slashed. Puck is all the way up to Hill. Hill's going to chase it down. He's got McRoberts with him and Pereira. Goes to the front of the net to Pereira. Pereira. Ooh, so close. 2 minutes. 2 minutes for Perth. We'll take the power play. Face-off's going to be right here. All right, Roy, Giles, Card, Kadura, and Meyer. Meyer with the face-off. Bounces out to Kadura. Kadura by himself. Top shelf. Almost, buddy. That was the right move. He knows exactly where to go. Card to Meyer. Meyer tries to get it to the front of the net. Meyer in the corner. Meyer turns around, stops, passes it now. Ref's in the way, apologies. Seb Roy back checking. Seb Roy looking at Giles. They're both deciding who's going for it. Gets flung up the boards. Kadura tips it. Perth puts it back in the corner and applying a bit of pressure even though they're on the penalty kill. They got two men down low. So if we can come out of this one, Kadura with Card. Kadura decides he's going to keep it. He's going to go wide. He likes to cut. Kadura with control. 3 Perth wings are back. Puts it to the front of the net. Shot by Meyer. Saved by Perth. That was close. Nice play. Nice play. A little bit of power play time left. A full minute left on the power play. Blake on the ice with Doxy. Goff now. Goff with it. It's going to come back to Doxy. Doxy to Blake. Blake gets a shot off. Oh, almost scored. Attaboy, Blake. Nice shot. Sean tries to get it up. Mulligan back to Blake. Blake gets caught. Blake back checking. Blake stops him, then falls. Let's go, Caleb. Blake gets in the corner. Puck goes to the front of the net. Doxy clears it nicely. It's going to come up to Rosso. Rosso's got the... Oh, what the hell? Oh, my God. That was the biggest hit I've seen. All right, puck's in the corner. Mulligan's got to chase that down. Mulligan. That was a crazy hit. Jeez. All right, 5-on-3. Blake and Doxy staying on. Thanks, Coach. McRoberts, 5-on-3 for 24 seconds, it looks like. Something like that. I don't know. Well, he got in his way. I think it probably looked worse than it was, but that looked bad. When Rosso's going full speed and they bump into each other. All right, little breather for the boys. We got the punchline on with Blake and Doxy. Shout out to all the Doxies. I think they'll fix it. Hey? We will still have time. Yeah, we started late, so we're allowed to play late. All right, ref's giving some explanations. Let's get this show on the road. Power play, 5-on-3. McRoberts with the face-off. McRoberts to Hill. Bouncing puck. McRoberts. They clear it to Doxy. Doxy to Blake. Blake's going to come in. Blake gets a shot off. Oh, still misses the net. Rebound. Blocked. It's going to come back to Doxy again. Doxy puts it back in the corner. Doesn't give it to Blake this time. Hill to the front of the net. Pereira playing the Gallagher role. Big slap shot. 5-on-3 is done. It's 5-on-4 now. Ref's in the way. McRoberts with it. Good stick. McRoberts comes away with it, but Perth has it now. Blake's going to go for a line change. Now he got 2 shots off and he missed it twice. Hill at the blue line. Hill puts it towards the center. Pereira's going to bring it in. McRoberts is going to chase. Perth is going to slap it all the way down. Parker's going to pick it up behind the net. Nope, it's going to be saved and gloved down by Tito. 5 minutes left in the game. Oh, 2 whistles. Nope, nothing happened. One minute left on the power play. Meyer with the face-off. Kadura picks it up. Kadura comes in wide. He's got Meyer with him. Kadura. Kadura turns it around. Gets rid of his defender almost. Kadura with a battle on the boards. Perth is going to ice it. Goes wide. Tito's going to let it go. Parker's going to pick it up behind the net. Parker gets it to Card. Meyer's going to pick that up. Meyer with speed. He's going to go wide. Meyer stops. Big shot. Rebound. Kadura. That's a goal. Interesting that he whistled before it went in. Maybe it was just me, but nice goal by Kadura. I know Caleb had 2 shot attempts, but he missed the net twice. He wants to score, huh? Rosso with the face-off. Mulligan pushes it forward. Perth with it. Nice pass up the boards. Roy cuts it off. Nice diving stop by Roy. Pereira on the attack. Pereira looking for Mulligan. Pereira on the boards. Pereira back checking. Roy and Giles. Perth has the blue line. Perth getting a shot off. Saved by Tito. Big save. Loose puck in front of the net. It's going to go to the corner. Giles is there. Giles with a bit of time, but Perth is there. Loose puck in front of the net. Batted away. Loose puck again. Bad save by Tito. Whoa, big save. Third save. Giles to Pereira. Pereira says, let's ice the puck. Rosso gets tripped. No call. Blake and Doxy back on. 3 minutes left in the game. McRoberts in the punchline. Where's that Goff? McRoberts, Goff, and Hill. Puck goes behind the net. Blake's going to chase after it. Blake's going after it. Blake pushes it forward to Hill nicely. Hill on the boards. He's going to turn on the Jets. Ref, get out of the way. Hill's got the boards. Good back checking by Perth. Perth getting a shot off. Oh, hits the post. Not the outside of the post, the post. Goff is going to go get that. Goff gets it back to Doxy. Doxy with a good shot. On net, rebound. Comes back to Blake. Blake's going to keep that in. Blake puts it in the corner nicely. McRoberts chasing. Goff chasing. Perth on the attack. V. Doxy. Blake in the middle. Good stick by McRoberts to stop the attack, and it comes all the way back to Blake. Blake's going to go behind the net here. He's going to realize there's two Perth wings in front of him. He's going to get it on the boards to Hill. Perth has it now. Perth with a big shot up top, and that's a goal. Running time, minute 40 seconds left. Colson on D. Perth gets right around him. Big shot, top shelf. That's a goal. Holy jeez. What's the score? Is it 6-3? Well, they're coming back. 6-3. It was 6-1 1 minute ago. 6-3 now. Yeah, almost. Parker in the corner. Parker decides to ice it. It's going to go all the way. I think it's going to hit the goalie. No icing. Card. Card let the snow fly there. Score 6-1. 6-1, Mark. See you in the finals. Get over here. Hope Niles' game went well. 6-1. Lots of goals. Card got the first one. I think Myers got one. Kadura's got two. Ooh, battle. Card fell there. Oh, a lot of action going on. What? One of the Perth players decided he was going to be tough, and he looked up and he saw Colson. He immediately stopped. Anyway, good game. Good game by the Hawks. I guess we're not doing shootouts today, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Are we doing shootouts? No, we're doing the ice. Are we doing the ice? All right, folks, shootouts. So, well, we're going to have a good, I wonder if I can get both ends. I don't think so. Sorry, Josie, I can only get one side. So, let's go for the offense today. McRoberts. Save by the goalie. The ref's getting in the way here. Oh, backhand top shelf, Seb Roy. Parker, Elliot Parker. Oh, in, that's in. Yeah, that's a goal. Yeah, nice goal, Parker. Off the goalie and in from a very bad angle shot. Attaboy, Parker. Okay, we got Meyer up on the plate, up on deck. We got Meyer. I wonder if Meyer's going to use his speed or his shot or his deke. Coming in with speed, Meyer. Oh, he tried to go top shelf. And I think Tito saved it as well. Attaboy, Tito. All right, on deck, Doxy. Doxy. Let's go, Doxy. I know he's got good hands. Let's see a nice deke here. Woo! Nice deke with speed right around the goalie. Attaboy, Doxy. Good game, Hawks. All right, Hawks fans. See you in the finals.